Hey Cancer, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your January 2024 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing great. I do want to mention, as always, before we start, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below if you want to book me there. I am wishing each and every single one of you a happy new year. Welcome into 2024, guys. Hope you're excited here for this brand new year. And without a further ado, let's get started. Let's see what's going on here for Team Cancer. Messages coming in here for Cancer, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac throughout January 2024. What information do we got showing up here for our Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Honestly, any placement if you're a Cancerian here watching. But let's see what's going on here for you beautiful peeps. Starting out here with the overall energy, what do we got? And we have here the Five of Pentacles. So you could be connecting here with an earth sign such as a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. Taking a look here into the current energy, we do have here the Four of Pentacles, what it is you're dealing with, Cancer, Knight of Swords, and taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Two of Pentacles showing up as well. So a lot of earth energy showing up. It is Capricorn season at this time as well. You could have a Capricorn in your life that may be of significance to you, or you could be dealing with any earth sign in general, such as a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. However, though, let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, you do begin here with the Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles can be representative, Cancer, a feeling left out in the cold. Could be an energy where you feel like you're lacking or experiencing lack. And I think that jumping into the new year, it's a bit of an odd feeling. I don't believe this feeling's lasting forever, but there is a feeling of something here is missing, you know? You know what it actually feels like? This is the energy and the time, right? Where every time it's the new year, we get into the first month of 2024, everybody's excited, everybody's got a New Year's resolution, everybody's pumped to make a difference and to make some sort of change. And I feel like on your end here, Cancer, you're like, you know what though? What's missing is actually that. I don't really feel like I have that New Year's resolution. I don't really feel like I have that motivation to get ready to go, get ready to roll. Because in a way, 2023 could have been a toll on you. I know for me personally, as a Cancer Sun and Rising, 2023 was a heck of a year. So setting foot into 2024 Cancer kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels like 2023 is carrying over. And it's like, I don't want that to be the case, but it does feel that way. Because I think there's still a lot you're holding on to coming into this brand new year. And funnily enough, Cancer, actually yesterday in the daily reading for you guys, I'm pretty sure I had a channeling for you in the beginning about how when you're moving into this new year, you don't want to hold on to what you've been holding on to in 2023. Yeah, check that out. Daily reading for the 29th of December. Pretty sure I said that. You can go to your timestamp in the comment section below. Yeah, I vaguely remember saying something to Cancers about how you can't carry what happened in 2023 over into 2024. And whatever it is, you know, it could be about carrying energies here of sadness. Maybe something happened with a past partner or an ex. It could be about carrying any sort of burden into this brand new year, carrying maybe a really negative mindset into the brand new year. But it's something that I feel has stuck with you all throughout 2023. So whatever that is, it would be the most highlighted thing that you've had on your mind. You know, maybe some of you were dealing with financial instability, so throughout 2023, that's been your primary focus. Maybe that's the negative thing you've had your focus and your energy invested in. Maybe you've had your negativity or energy invested in a certain insecurity. Maybe you've had it fixated on a certain person who might not be the healthiest person for you. But I feel like you'll know what that main thing is. And if you continue to carry it over into 2024, this is why you're going to feel this way. Five of Pentacles. Something's missing. There's no new spark. There's no reset. There's no new year, new me. It feels like 2023 all over again. So we want to make sure that we identify what it is we're holding on to, because that's what has to be released here before we set foot into this brand new year. Now, having a look at what you're dealing with, Cancer, Knight of Swords coming out for you. Knight of Swords here is the card that talks about forward movement. It talks about action. It talks about communication. Definitely feels to me like it's time to have that conversation with yourself where it's like, do we really want to carry this into another year? You know, maybe you spent a lot of time this year missing somebody, wanting to get back together with an ex. Maybe you spent a lot of time in 2023, you know, really focusing on all the wrong things instead of what could be helping you. You focused on what was hurting you. Maybe all throughout 2023, you looked at your finances and you were unhappy with them. And this was the time where maybe you were fixated on that rather than focusing on how you could create a better situation for you financially. However it applies to you, Cancer. You know, I want you guys to know this is not a reading to tear down Cancer, okay? I don't want you guys to feel that way. but I feel like you have been really fixated on something. And it's going to vary from Cancer to Cancer. So I can't put necessarily my finger on what it is directly for you, but it is something here that you've been fixated on. And I think that Knight of Swords is like, it's time for that conversation, you know? We need to sit down with ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves. And we have to sit here and say, is this worth carrying over into another whole year? And I think that by having that conversation, Two of Pentacles, it kind of leads you into a place where it's like, well, I don't want to carry this energy going into 2024, but at the same time, feels like I can't let go. So whatever you've been dealing with, it feels like it's kind of attached to you, doesn't it, Cancer? Kind of feels like it's been stuck with you for quite some time, maybe since the beginning of when 2023 started. So it's frustrating because you're like, how do I let go when it feels almost impossible to do so? Well, let's take a look. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. How could Cancer let go jumping into 2024? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Immediately heard for you. Choose a new perception. Maybe the way you're looking at this now could be looked at in a different format, right? There's always two sides to a situation. There's always a different perception. So definitely something to keep in mind. But let's clarify this Two of Pens. How could Cancer solve this situation? So we have here a Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is representative of kind of just letting things happen the way they are. It's kind of about saying, well, these are my circumstances and that's that. So if you have felt stuck, Cancer, you're like, well, I've been stuck and that's that. There's nothing I can do about it. So kind of feels like the Nine of Wands has been representing this I can't do anything about it type of energy. You know, you feel like you've been dealing with a situation, you've been stuck in a situation, and you're like, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. So that's one attitude showing up here, Cancer, I feel. For the next attitude, though, we have here the Hangman, and we have here the Empress. You have to recognize, Cancer, you're not stuck, you have room to grow, you know? Every time we say that we're stuck or we're trapped, the truth is that stuck and being trapped is nothing more than a mindset. There's always a way to get out of being stuck or trapped in some scenario, but it requires us to think outside the box. And I feel here for you with the Hangman. Hangman here is representative of being stuck, but inevitably, on the flip side, the Hangman always has an aha moment, which makes him realize he could always get out that trap. So with that being said here for you, Cancer, the Emperor showing up, there's always a way to grow. But I feel like you haven't been fixated on the idea of growth, or you haven't been open to the option of growth because maybe you've been so fixated on what's been keeping you stuck. Remember, guys, where we're putting our focus is the energetic situation we're gaining back in return. You know, where your attention goes is where energy flows. So if our attention is constantly focused on I'm stuck, we're going to go ahead and get that same energy back. All right, Cancer. So I feel here for you, we have to kind of step away from the mentality of things are the way they are. My circumstances are the way they are. There's no fixing it, no can do. There's no changing it. You know, we have to break out of that kind of thought process and recognize there's always a way to grow. There's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way. There's always another path. You know, if we kind of tap into that energy, we're going to see differences here coming into 2023. So as I mentioned in the beginning, before I even pull cards, it is really going to come down to having a completely different perception. All right, Cancer, is what I'm seeing here so far. All right, let's have a look and see what the potential challenge is for your month ahead. What's the potential challenge here for Cancer? Moving on into January 2024. And what do we got? We got here the Three of Swords, and we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, first things first, the Three of Swords here represents pain. It represents heartbreak. So whatever situation you've dealt with in 2023, it's taken quite a toll on you, you know? It's been something that I think has really been incredibly draining on an emotional level, on a mental level, spiritual, most likely a physical level too. So you've been really drained throughout the year of 2023. But Queen of Pentacles says, like, it's time for you to support yourself. Cancer, it's time for you to prioritize yourself. But I think the challenge has been self-prioritization. The challenge could be a healthy mindset. Maybe it's felt really difficult to have that. Maybe the challenge is about thinking more positively. Maybe the challenge or struggle for you has been to just get out of this fixation. Once again, this energy of being stuck and trapped. But you have to do what's going to help you at this time. And that may require help from other sources, Cancer, moving into the month here of January 2024. Whether that's talking to a therapist, whether it's talking to family and friends, whether it's kind of having a heart-to-heart or a moment to vent to somebody that you're close to or somebody that you love, I feel like you have to remember you have people that you can be able to cry on. You have that shoulder you can cry on, you know? I don't want you guys to feel like you have to carry these burdens all by your lonesome, especially after whatever heavy shit you went through in 2023. Because if you feel like you're going to go through this alone and you only have yourself, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get through this process. I think that if you remember, Cancer, that there are people here who love you and who care for you, they can kind of help you reprioritize things in your life. You know, for example, Cancer, maybe 2023 was a hard year financially, and maybe you didn't talk about it with people. You didn't talk about it with family or friends, but it was something that you suffered with on a physical level, on a materialistic level, on a mental level. Maybe talking to somebody about it could help you out. Maybe they have some great advice. Maybe they have an idea of what can really assist you. Maybe they know somebody who can get you a really good job, you know? Communication goes a long way. Maybe you've been going through some heartbreak. Talking to a friend about it who's been through a similar heartbreak could actually relate to you and have conversations and give you tips and tricks and advice of what they did to help them move on in a powerful way. So don't forget your assets. People in your life are assets. The individuals who love you unconditionally, Cancer, are assets. Don't carry those burdens all on your all by your lonesome and all by yourself. Okay? Definitely something I want to remind you of. Either way, though, looking at the overall challenge, moving past the pain of what you've endured and went through, and overall putting yourself into a place where you're putting yourself first. I think for some of you, your situation or burden in 2023 could have been something where you were sacrificing what you really needed because you were taking care of others. For example, maybe if you were going through financial stuff, maybe you were taking care of everybody else financially, but not yourself. Maybe this is the time where you have to say, I'm sorry, guys, you got to do you and I got to do me. Maybe on an emotional level, you were taking care of somebody else, but not enough for yourself. This is the time where people got to do them and you got to do you. So don't be afraid here, Cancer, coming into 2024 to make sure you're prioritizing your needs because they need to be met here this year. All right? All right, guys. I know it's been long, and I know I'm taking a lot of pauses here just because, Cancer, there's a lot of energy. So bear with me, guys. I'm not going to be super fast-paced throughout today's read. It's going to be kind of more slowed down, cool, calm, and collected. All right, though. Let's move forward. Let's see what you can expect throughout the rest of 2024. What information do we have here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout the rest of their January 2024. What else can they expect here throughout the rest of their month? Starting out here with the first card, we have here the World card, baby. Looking at the next card, we have here the Ace of Wands. We also have here the Three of Wands, and we have here the Five of Wands as well. So it kind of feels like there's two paths, Cancer. There's one path here, the World card and the Ace of Wands, where you're stepping into a whole new world. You are stepping into a brand new year with the freedom of letting go of what's happened in 2023. The ability of having a fresh start. So there's one option here. And the following option is Three of Wands, Five of Wands as well, where there's still this day of you hoping you can get unstuck. There's still this energy of being frustrated and unhappy. So essentially, when I see situations like this in the tarot, what's showing up here is that you have a choice. So Cancers, what you can expect is one or the other, but it's dependent upon how you decide to show up. So January will really show you how you have the power of choice. So I do see here once again the World card, the Ace of Wands. You have this ability to be like, yo, 2023, peace out, dog. You know, I'm over 2023. I'm over what I suffered with. I'm ready to put it behind me. I'm ready to embrace a brighter side of things. I'm ready to have a better perspective. And I'm ready to take more action, you know? Genuinely, too, when you have a more positive perspective, you feel more encouraged to take action. And also, when you take action, you get results. When we're usually stuck and stagnant, we're not in a period of being in action. So with that being said, we're not getting results as well. So Cancers, you can take this path. However, though, you can also take this path too. Three of Wands, where you're just waiting for one day things to get better, and Five of Wands, being unhappy that nothing's changing. So it really is going to show you in January that you are the person that has the choice at every given moment in time about how you decide to show up. And how you decide to show up in this year is exactly how your year will pan out. Now, Cancer, I don't know directly what it is you've gone through, and I'm not here to tell you that you've gone through something and it's invalid, because it's 110% valid, whatever you've dealt with. But I want you to know that you can change it. You can change your circumstances. Your circumstances aren't something that need to be continuous. You can have a varying circumstance, and you can be the variable that changes it, okay? So that's what I want to remind you guys of. And I don't want you to feel once again like I'm telling you, hey, just get over something. Just move on. You know, it's not always that easy. I get it. But there's a difference between saying, hey, this is my circumstances, this is my life, this is how it's going to be, and it fucking sucks. There's a reality of you doing nothing about it, which isn't going to help you, versus there's a reality of saying, hey, this sucks, but I'm doing something about it, you know? So you want to be in that reality where you're doing something about it coming into 2024, because if you're not doing anything about it, Cancer, this is where you're going to feel stuck again for a whole nother year, and it's not going to be very pleasant. So something to keep in mind for sure. All right, Cancer? All right, baby. So I feel like we touched base on this conversation enough, man, for the main situation. It was super long, probably tedious for some, but let's get into other areas of life here. Cancer. My guides were like, for some reason, you need to get this to Cancer. They were telling me, draw it out, take your time, listen to the messages, okay? Maybe there's messages here for me, right? I got to go ahead and analyze this reading for myself afterwards, but let's have a look at other areas of life. Cancer, we're going to take a look here into your career, your personal life, and your love life. So let's see what's going on here for you. Starting out in career, what do we got going on for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout January 2024. Let's take a look. First card out, we got here the Strength card. Looking at the next card for you, we have here the Ten of Swords. And taking a look here at the last card for career, we do have here the Hierophant. Being married to your career, Cancer. Okay, I like that though, because feeling married to your career means that you are invested in something you love. So for some Cancers, it's a very great thing to see. Now, Ten of Swords is a card that could represent endings, and the Strength card here is a card that could represent taking a step back from something. Cancer, I feel like for you guys, it's either we got to go all in or we got to get the hell out when it comes to your career. Maybe you have your own business. Maybe it's time to go all in on this business or go all out. Maybe you guys are working for a company and there's flaws. There's also a lot of benefits too. But at the end of the day, you've kind of been Two of Pentacles here. There's been good moments. There's been bad moments. It's been confusing. I don't know what I want. I feel like that's where you guys are kind of standing in your career, where it's like, sure, there's benefits, but there's also cons. But the universe is saying it's time to commit. We're either 100% in or we're 100% out. And I would definitely say, if you're going to go all in on something, make sure you're going all in on something you love. That would always be my best advice, because when you're going all in on something you love, you're going to see the results eventually. Even if they don't come immediately, there's going to be results, because by doing what it is you love, you're going to attract everything you need at the end of the day. However, if this is something you don't love, Cancer, then I wouldn't say go all in. I'd say explore your options, because you don't want to go all in on something you don't love, because that's not going to help you manifest the abundance you're looking for at the end of the day. Okay, Cancer? So I feel like you could be faced with contemplation showing up here at this time. Yep, we got here the Eight of Wands. We got here the Page of Wands showing up as well. If you're thinking about exploring different options, this is definitely the time to do so. It's definitely the year to do so as well, because moving into 2024, the year of the 8, it's a great year for abundance. So Cancers, we can be looking at making a lot of money this year. But you're going to be making a lot of money if you're aligning yourself with your interests, Page of Wands. So if you want to see things move in the money world, in the finance world, we want to start to align with what it is we have genuine interest in, rather than the things that we don't feel are good for us, or things that feel dull, or kind of a job or career that we just can't stand or are unhappy with. We want to really isolate from those. So Cancer, if you want to see things pick up in work and pick up in career, definitely make sure if you're going all in on anything, once again, it's going to be something that you love. Now, moving along here forward for Cancer, let's see what we got going on here in your love life. Don't mind the card presentation, guys. I know it looks like shit, but it is what it is moving forward. Let's see what we got here going on for love. We're going to look at single Cancer first. What do we have here for single Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout January 2024. Single Cancers, we got here a Four of Wands. Hello. Looking at the next card, we got here a Six of Wands as well. And then looking at the last card, we have here the Wheel of Fortune coming on out here for you. kind of feels to me like you're moving in a very successful place with somebody. Single Cancer, not so single after all. I feel like if you are a single Cancer and you've been talking to somebody for quite some time, this will resonate to Cancers who are like in a situationship, or you've been communicating to somebody romantically for quite some time. I think you and this person are going to take things to the next level. This actually looks like a relationship manifesting. So if you have a specific person you've been dealing with, talking to, or you've been in a situationship, this is something shifting into a commitment. So I think for Cancers here, Wheel of Fortune, that's the shift. Like you're going to take things to the next level with the person that you're dealing with. Things are elevating here, Cancerian. You and your person are getting together. So once again, single Cancer, not so single for long. I like it though. Congratulations, guys, to those of you that are getting into a partnership. I have good feelings about this. Wheel of Fortune is fortuitous energy, meaning that that's a very fortuitous partnership. It could also be something that has longevity too, meaning long-lasting partnership coming in at this time as well. Okay, I like it, Cancer. Let's move on forward. Let's have a look here at coupled Cancers coming into January 2024. What do we have here for Cancer couples moving into January? What do we got for you? First card's going to be the Sun. By the way, I love that the Sun is Jack being super fascinated here with the lights when he goes into that Christmas town and meets Santa and sees everything. So with that being said, by the way, guys, this is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, also one of my favorite movies. So we got here the Sun. I love that for Cancer couples. Looking at the next card, the Hermit. And lastly, we have here the Nine of Swords. You know what I think's happening here for Cancer couples? This is about really removing fears from the relationship, focusing on creating more security, putting more of a mind at ease. I think that jumping into this month of January for 2024, you and your person are recognizing if there's anything in the relationship that's questionable, anything that lacks security and safety, it's time to get clear on what can bring in that security we're looking for. For example, let's say Cancer, you're not really comfortable with your partner, with around a certain person. You may have conversations about this individual. Maybe you guys come to a point where you both understand, this person is this person. You get clear on who that individual is, and then you're comfortable moving forward. It kind of feels like you're filling in any sort of gaps, between you and your romantic partner. So if you and your person in January come to a conclusion where it's like, well, I don't really feel 100% comfortable and secure in this scenario. They don't feel 100%, secure in that scenario. It's like, what can we do to both figure out how we can meet each other's terms of security so that we're looking at a very secure and stable relationship? So I feel like you both are going to be happy here at the end of the day with the Sun card because you're putting in that extra work to create security within the relationship. So you and your partner are building in such of a more healthier manner with one another, but you're also respecting each other's boundaries. You're understanding each other's fears and worries, and then you're putting all those fears and worries at ease. Okay? Now, this doesn't have to necessarily mean this is a new partnership or new relationship. This could be something that is a relationship that's been going on for years, And even in relationships years later, there could still be some sort of gaps that need to be filled where there's not a level of security or a level of uncomfort or discomfort in general where you and your person want to work on that. Okay, so I feel that here for Cancer couples, if there's discomfort in the relationship, a lack of security or anything of that nature, you both want to put the work in to make each other comfortable and to really fill those gaps here going forward. Okay. All right, I like that a lot. So single Cancer is doing great. So is coupled Cancer, looking pretty good in love. All right, moving along here forward. Excuse me, guys. Bear with me here today, like I mentioned. Moving along here forward, let's see what we got going on for Cancers on a bit more of a personal note for January 2024. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's take a look. First card coming out, 10 of Pentacles. Hello. Next card coming out, we got here the Emperor. And then lastly, Cancer, we have here a Knight of Wands showing up here for you too. On a personal note for Cancer, I think things are getting a lot better. I do think when I mentioned to you guys earlier, you have two choices. You have the choice here, Cancer, to come into this brand new year renewed, ready to let go, ready to not bring 2023 into 2024. Or you have the choice here to stay exactly where you were in 2023 and bring that back into 2024 as well. However, though, I think most of you are opting for this, right? The World card, the Ace of Wands showing up here too. You're opting to jump into this new year being refreshed, which is great. So looking at what's happening on a personal note, 10 of Pentacles here to the Emperor, you're recognizing I'm in control. You know, I mentioned to you about January. One of its biggest teachings for you is it's going to show you that you have a choice. You kind of spent 2023 feeling like there wasn't a choice, feeling like you were stuck and trapped. You couldn't change the circumstance. This just is what it is. It's how it's going to be. But you're going to come to that realization here. I have a say in what happens in my life, and I have a choice on how I want to show up going forward and how I want to deal with my circumstances. So here comes the Emperor tapping back into your power. Knight of Wands here. Here comes you getting ready to take action and make changes, you know? You're not staying stagnant at all here, Cancer. This is all about movement jumping into 2024. If I stay put where I am, things of course are going to stay the same. But if I decide to get moving and to keep it moving, then things have to change, and they have to change along with me based upon the specific movements I'm making. So Cancer is essentially on a personal note here for the month of January. You're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. I like it. Let's have a look here at the overall outcome, guys. What do we got for the overall outcome for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout January 2024. Let's take a look, and we got here the 10 of Cups. I love it, Cancer. Hello, hello. 10 of Cups here, man. Card of the total fulfillment, the ultimate fulfillment, reaching a much better space than you felt before. Like I said, guys, I think 2023 was a hard year when it came to Cancerian energy, and if you've been dealing with it and going through it and you resonate with what I've mentioned, then you know it was a tough year. I think, though, however, your attitude change, your energy shift, the ability to recognize you have a choice and a say in what happens in your life, the energy of feeling renewed and refreshed after you let go of whatever crazy thing you had going on in 2023, it's like, I feel good, you know? It's the energy of feeling good here emotionally. It's the energy here of feeling like you've released a lot. It's like having that good cry, almost, Cancer, where you've let go of so much and now you know that there's nothing left over. So you have this neutral energy where you can build on that and you can expand on that. So you're going to come into this new year renewed. You're going to come into this new year feeling good, feeling fresh. And it's like, now I can get to building. You know, I'm at this point of neutrality already, so I can choose which path I can go. I can go down here, but we ain't doing that, baby. We only going up, moving forward in 2024. Cancer, I love it, baby. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I do hope you enjoyed your January 2024 tarot reading. Of course, if it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Team Cancer, also, I do want to mention, for those of you who are new here, or if you've never been to the channel here before, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul Fam, okay? But all right, Team Cancer, have a happy new year. Do enjoy your month of January, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.